This is lesson 30, Saxon 5, interpreting pictures of fractions, decimals, and percentages. So this is a picture of it could be fraction, decimal, or percent. Now we're used to looking at this as a fraction. As a fraction, this is two places with one filled in. So it is half. When you are looking at half as a percent, you are looking at it as 50%. Okay? Because whenever you're looking at percentages, what the percentage is so much out of 100. That's actually what it is. Okay? That's what the percent means, is it's this much out of 100. So it is 50%. 50 is half of 100. So you have 50% for half. You then take this percentage and you turn it into a decimal number by putting a decimal in front of it. Okay, you have 50 as a decimal. Now you can also do that. Okay, this is 0.5 or 5/10. This is half. If I was writing the decimal number this would be 1 and 5/10 or 1 and a half. Okay, it says the same thing. So the decimal of a half is 5/10 because it is halfway to a whole. Because if I had gotten, let's say I had added another, okay, 5/10 to that, I would have gotten one whole. So it is half of a whole, it is half. Let's look at another one. If I have a circle and I have it into quarters. Now, I love this one because quarters, if you know your money, helps you out a lot. Okay. So let's say I have 1/4 filled in. Okay. That looks like this in fractions. We're used to drawing that one. If I'm looking at it as a percentage, I actually just write it exactly how I say it. So 1/4. If we're looking at money, how much is a quarter? A quarter is 25 cents. So this is 25%. Another way to look at this is 1/4 is half of a half, right? If I had filled in this piece here, that would have been half of the circle. So a quarter is half of a half. Half is 50%. Half of 50 is 25. Okay, when I'm taking this into a decimal form, I'm just taking the 25 and I'm putting a decimal in front of it. So as soon as you know what your percentage is, you know what your decimal is, because all you're doing is adding that decimal in front of it. Last question. 3/4. Remember, we talked about 3/4. 3/4 plus a dime is what percent of a dollar? Well, first let's do 3/4, okay? 3/4 is 25 plus 25 plus 25. Now, if you are used to using money, you know what this is. If not, you can always add it up. I'm used to using money, so I know what it is. It is 75 cents. When you have 3/4, it's 75. Now, I also need to add, it says plus a dime. A dime is 10 cents. Okay, just to go over your money, a quarter is 25, a dime is 10, a nickel is 5 cents. And then, of course, a dollar is a dollar. And then a penny is a penny, but we don't really use pennies much anymore. Okay, so I have 75. I am adding a dime. So 75 plus 10 equals 85% of a dollar. Okay, because remember a dollar is 100. So it is 85% of a dollar we have done. And if I wanted to change this into a decimal just for fun, I would just put a decimal in front, do my 8, my 5, and that's my decimal number. Or it is the same thing in cents. I have 85 cents. 85 cents is 85% of a dollar. This is lesson 30, interpreting pictures of fractions, decimals, and percents.